So welcome everyone to Newsmove Chat Trap. Today we have with us Neelotpal Deka, and he's a cyber lawyer and advocate at High Court. But if we go to his background, he's from an agrarian background. So, sir, first of all, welcome to Newsmove Chat Trap. So, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, and
So,
nice to
how's
be here.
yes, sir?
It's good to be with you for a chat.
Okay, so, sir, as you told us, and we know that you have done your LLM from UK. So, being
Yeah.
from a veteran kind of school, where vernacular. So, how was the journey, like from
Um.
a
Uh,
vernacular medium to UK?
yeah, Dristy. I'd like to tell you that I studied in the during my childhood. The Cotton Collegiate School was a very prestigious school. I studied there,
Mm-hmm.
and English always been a challenge for me. And for to
Okay.
know English so that I can get more knowledge, I
Mm-hmm.
had to study with the subject a lot. During my graduation days, I had taken English as my honors subject, and then I
Okay.
did my masters in law, and then
Mm-hmm.
keeping the main book in between, one Anglo-Assamese dictionary and one English to English dictionary was my habit. And then
Okay.
I had my own diary, and that has become a dictionary. And when I go to sleep, I always used to see that page I had written for the whole day. And then I'd like to say that I'm son of a father who again is a farmer's son. And then as it was a challenge for me, Drishti, I was after passing my LLB from Guwahati University, I was in Delhi, and while competing for the international organizations like International Committee of the Red Cross, and then it was in United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. It was like I was a bit nervous, but again, like in the interview, I was selected for the post in the legal department. I competed with the students from I felt when I got into the job, I felt yes, a student from Guwahati University can also do an expo. And then later on, when I was in Delhi working in the international organizations, I
Mm-hmm.
had an opportunity to write an essay for a scholarship from my masters in law, and was in UK.
Okay.
And I could have stayed there after completing my LLM, but I came
Mm-hmm.
back because I believed in the fact that live life king size in a small place. I could have earned
Yeah.
more, but the kind of responsibility I am reposed with at this moment,
Uh-huh.
I'm, I'm really very happy. And when I came back with a master's
Mm-hmm.
in cyber law,
Mm-hmm.
I was at that moment everyone discouraged me to stay in Guwahati because there is no scope for cyber law.
Yeah.
I
So,
took the yeah.
yeah. So, as you were telling us, you could have, done your job, and you could have earned in dollars and pounds there. So why did you stick to
True.
your roots? Like, is there any strategy behind it, or you wanted to be, connected to your roots? What is the exact thing that you came back here?
You call me very religious, pious, or whatever it is, but
Uh huh.
I came back. I came back here because of my parents. I'm looking after
Okay.
my parents. Looking up. I am taking care of them as if they are my child. I'm taking care of my
Mhm.
parents like that. One is 80
Oh,
years old, one is 76 years old. But while
okay.
coming back here, I wanted to serve my state. I always wanted to serve my country. There is
Mhm.
always a brain drain. Never laid the brain drain there. I came back, and
Mm-hmm.
I always give more importance to the respect I can get in my own place rather than staying
Own
outside
place.
and getting in pounds and dollars.
Okay. Okay. So, as you know, we know that you are a cyber lawyer. So nowadays in
Yeah,
youth, if you say this cyber crime is going a lot. So no, it's like in the
yeah,
infant stage, and it's going and going and going. So what is
yeah.
your stand on it? Like do you think there is a lack of proper knowledge for the youth? Like they are still going on with this cyber crime wala thing. Like what do you think? Why is it increasing so much?
There, there, there is no lack of knowledge. There is no lack
Mm-hmm.
of there is no dark knowledge, I'll say. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, because the investigation mechanism is not that good.
Yeah, actually,
The
I saw in
criminals,
one of your I saw in one of your writings where you wrote, inspectors they don't take the FIR, right? Yeah, they don't file the case or anything when it's
yeah,
related to cyber crime. Yeah. So, what do you think of
yes.
that scenario?
Yeah, because when someone lodges an FIR, police first of
Mm-hmm.
all, police they do not know actually under what section to register the case. If they know also
Okay.
in what section the case is to be registered, there is no proper mechanism to trace or track the cyber criminals, because
Okay.
in the Assam to CID we have a cyber cell now. In
Mm-hmm.
that cyber cell, the equipments that we have got, those are not being maintained. There is no AMC for that. Those are not being
Mm-hmm.
maintained. That is the reason
Okay.
when there is a technical investigation is going on, we have to send those cases outside the state. Maybe the Mumbai crime branch or the Delhi crime branch. We have to stand there for
Okay.
to get it in. So that is
So
the
it's
main
like lack
problem.
of
And why
technology.
it's a lack of technology where
Mm-hmm.
the criminals they take refuse to
Okay.
do the crime. They will not scared of doing any crime, because
Okay.
I myself would like to admit that rather
Mm-hmm.
than I go for the who lodges the FIR rather than the informant, I myself would
Mm-hmm.
like to be in part of the accused person, because it is
Mm-hmm.
easier to save the accused person from law, because
Okay.
the investigation is faulty.
So have you gone in that kind of case where you were with the accused person in your
True,
personal life?
true.
Okay.
Uh, in my personal life, uh, accused. I've never been an accused, but faced my several friends being into various crimes, and
Okay.
sometimes I used to I could save them, sometimes I could not. But
Mm-hmm.
in my life, there is nothing as such being an accused or going for any kind of cases
Mm-hmm.
in my personal life.
Okay. So if I ask you, like, you told us, there is lack of technology, in case of cyber cell. So what do you think, which
Yeah,
state is going ahead in this? Who is actually
which
functioning good
stage?
in the cyber cell? Which state? Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not getting the question properly.
I was
Can you
asking,
repeat the
like,
question?
okay. So according to you, you told Northeast or Assam, it's going backward, or it's going very slow in case of technology, in case of cyber
Yes,
cell.
yes.
So according to you,
Yeah.
whom do you think, like, which state is functioning properly? They are going forward in this cyber cell, like best functioning
Which
in this
state is
thing.
which
Yeah, which
state
state in
is
India?
it's how in which state in India it is functioning properly? That is you're asking me.
Ha 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 ha. Yes.
It is I'd say the state of Karnataka, because Karnataka happens to have the first cybercrime police station in Karnataka,
Mm-hmm.
since it's
Okay.
Bangalore. That is one
Mm-hmm.
state. Then the Mumbai branch is doing good, and then the Delhi police is
Okay.
really doing good, Rest of the states, I can say Gujarat to some extent, though not to a larger extent.
Okay. Okay, so if we say, as we are talking about this cyber cell wala thing, so do
Yeah,
you think our government, they are very slow in taking decisions when it comes to cyber crime? Are they are taking decisions with a lot of patience, or what is the thing? Like, because there are there is a case of a guy who wrote a poem,
yeah.
Dipjyoti.
No,
So
regarding
what is your stand?
yeah, regarding taking decision by the government, what I'd like to say
Mm-hmm.
is that when I came from UK,
Mm-hmm.
when I saw that people are not at all aware about the cyber crimes, I
Mm-hmm.
have gone very aggressively organizing seminars in different places in the entire state of Assam. I
Mm-hmm.
organized seminars with the Assam police. I organized seminars with
Okay.
the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court, and
Mm-hmm.
wherein when the Assam Police Director General was present, he had
Okay.
he had made a proposal with my advice, and then
Mm-hmm.
there was a sanction from the government authorities. But the only thing is that even if we had the
Mm-hmm.
equipments with us, there is no ANC, the maintenance part I'm talking about. And
Mm-hmm.
regarding the cyber, still I'll say I will not be scared to say that the government of Assam in
Mm-hmm.
most of its websites in various departments, there is no privacy policy, there is no user terms policy, there is no copyright policy in most of the
Okay.
websites of the government, and that
Okay.
I have been trying to point out to all the departments, but government doesn't. Maybe government doesn't want it because if there are
Mm-hmm.
strict rules and regulations, maybe government may be at fault, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe any it could be at fault. Maybe that is the
Okay.
reason why government is not the government doesn't have a positive approach
Mm-hmm.
towards formulation of good cyber policy, cyber law policy, legal
Oh.
procedure policy in Assam.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we talked a lot about cyber cell. Now we'll come a little bit to we'll shift our topic to family cases. You also deal with family cases, right? So
I
right now
do.
we can see, yeah. So right now we can see there are lots of, rising cases of divorce. So what do you think?
Yeah.
There are a lot of options coming out for people, or it's like, there's a basic reason, or there's trust issues, or what is the exact reason you think? Because you deal in this, so you'll know it better than us.
Yeah. Dristi, you may tell me that I'm very orthodox, or you may tell me
Okay.
that I'm a primitive kind of a person. But I have
Uh-huh.
seen grandparents who are
Mm-hmm.
somewhere about 20 years, who are having a 20 years difference of age,
Mm-hmm.
and that was policy in the days of yore, that
Mm-hmm.
the woman who stays at home cannot actually raise her voice, so the marriage lasts. Now
Okay.
the girls are more educated. Some girls
Mm-hmm.
are really very education. They are maintaining their family lives. But most of the girls, I'll say, when they are earning, they will say this is women's right. And yes,
Okay.
there are lots of government policies. There are several laws to support
Mm-hmm.
the cause of the woman. And maybe that is the reason, like when women are trying to assert more in their life, what
So,
they do,
so you are saying that,
that is one of the
because
reasons.
of the reason women are become independent and they're trying to speak from their own. That is the reason,
No,
like that kind of.
I won't say that is the only reason. That is the only reason. What I said earlier, if you recollect, I said
Uh-huh.
there are women who are maintaining the balance between their education, their
Okay.
independent life, and also the
Mm-hmm.
family life. At the same time,
Okay.
most of the women, I would say, they have
Mm-hmm.
been misusing law. They have been
Okay.
misusing law in most of the cases I have found. The educated
Mm-hmm.
women, they have been misusing law like Domestic Violence Act, like 498A under the Indian Penal Code. This takes
Mm-hmm.
concern misuse of anything to harass her matrimonial house members. They
Okay.
have been doing it, actually these laws should have these laws, these legal
Mm-hmm.
procedures. The women in the villages, they should have been educated more. They are actually not
Mm-hmm.
getting the benefits of these laws. Actually, laws are made in India for women, in like keeping in view that women are sati sabitri kind of a woman. So what I say, I am not criticizing the women folk, but what I want to say that this should have reached the villages, the rural areas more. And but the women in the women in the urban areas, when they are
Mm-hmm.
educated more, they are using the law more.
Okay.
And this
Okay.
and
Huh.
this is the reason why the most of the family disputes are taking place.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a question from Sunumoni Borkotuki. Are you doing
Yeah.
any cyber crime awareness program here in Assam?
Yeah, there are lots of cybercrime awareness programs.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I see these days in the television, etc. But
Mm-hmm.
3 years, I mean, for about 3 years, 2007, 8, 19, I had
Mm-hmm.
organized various cybercrime, cyber law awareness programs. If anyone
Okay.
interested, like Sunumani, if they want to
Mm-hmm.
organize any kind of cybercrime program in any parts of Assam, if I
Mm-hmm.
get an invitation, I will I will do my services will be free for all those
Okay.
awareness programs.
Okay. That's very good. Okay, so there's one more question. Jogola Gopal. So are cyber laws being misused for internet censorship, private investment? Question mark.
Cyber laws,
Privacy investment.
privacy. Uh, I will not say misuse.
Yeah.
This is a problem with the technical investigation. That is why
Okay.
these laws are not misused in as regards the cyber law is concerned, because there is a
Mm-hmm.
technical fault in the investigation. That is
Okay.
why the cyber criminals are like doing more crimes these days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there is one more question from Anindita Das. Which is the most
Yeah.
serious kind of cyber crime you came across, Nilutpal, in your
This
personal,
is
like experience?
Yeah. I would say more serious is about the pornography uploading and
Mm-hmm.
the child pornography. That is the pedophiles who are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this is a more serious kind of cybercrime. In Assam, mostly
Okay.
we get the Facebook. Someone uploads someone posts a statement regarding someone, and we got a
Mm-hmm.
case of defamation in most of
Okay.
the social media, most of the cybercrime. That is what we see in Assam. But
Mm-hmm.
pornography is the serious kind of cybercrime.
Okay. So we'll come little bit shifting to another topic. So
Yeah.
nowadays, like in present time, government has passed a law. Extramarital affair is not no more a crime. So what is your stand on it?
It has become very difficult when I fight a case for a woman with this kind of
Mm-hmm.
law. Extramarital affair, actually, what I'll say,
Mm-hmm.
adultery is no longer a crime under the Indian Penal Code. This is one position, but on the other hand, the other position is, but adultery is a ground for divorce. This is what the Supreme Court says. And at the same time, living together it's not legalized. In fact, there is a Delhi High Court judgment, and then it is now challenged in the Supreme Court, and the result is yet to come. an extra and this extramarital affair and the crime, I would say it has a link with the Indian tradition. Extra if, and it, this is made a tradition wise traditional. This is brought into the Indian penal code from traditions that we had. But now, when extramarital affair is not a crime, if what I'm personally I feel we are getting more westernized. We are trying to be more in the West
Mm-hmm.
rather than Indian or a South Asian.
Mm-hmm.
We are far. I cannot dispute the Supreme Court judgment. That is because that is the apex body to decide on any issues. But I
Mm-hmm.
would say that we have taken we have come lots of way from being a very traditional kind of family, and this will
Mm-hmm.
my personal view is that it will hamper a lot when extramarital
A
affair
lot.
is no longer a crime.
Mm-hmm.
But still it is a ground for divorce.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we talked a lot about marriage, extramarital affairs, and everything. So we'll come now a little bit to you are also quiz master, right? So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
also write for a leading newspaper, English newspaper. So how did
yeah.
you get linked with, a lawyer, cybercrime lawyer, and then again a quiz master? So what was the journey about? Like,
Quizzing has been a passion for me since my
okay,
childhood,
uh-huh,
and then though I was not the best of the quizzers during my childhood or
mm-hmm.
during my college, I had a passion
Okay,
for it. I participated. I won
uh-huh,
prizes for cotton college. I won
mm-hmm.
prizes for the Guwahati University. Not only quiz,
Mm-hmm.
I had been in the debate competitions as well. Won several
Okay,
competitions,
uh-huh,
and I had won one moot court competition in
okay,
Oxford. That is the international moot court competition. Moot court is
okay,
nothing but monetization of court. What happens inside a court? That is
mm-hmm.
we call a moot court. It's a
Mm-hmm.
kind of it's a sort of debate actually. When we take a case and then when someone wins and someone loses the case. So
Mm-hmm.
I was in I represented Norwich Law School in UK in the Oxford International
Mm-hmm.
Moot Court Competition 2006. So
Mm-hmm.
quizzing now when I've been and probably my quiz column in the Assam Tribune, my quiz
Mm-hmm.
column in the Assam Tribune, that is called the Colosseum Quiz
Mm-hmm.
that I had started writing in the year 1998 when I was still in the
Okay.
college, and
1998. Okay.
1998, and
Mm-hmm.
every week that is to
Mm-hmm.
be noted. Every week I had been writing it, and
Okay.
it is now in 23rd year. I have completed writing it 22
Okay.
years, and it is now 23rd year. Maybe
Okay.
there can be a celebration. There
Mm-hmm.
can be a kind of when
Okay.
I complete silver jubilee, and probably this is
Mm-hmm.
the only quiz club in India running under one pen for
Okay.
such a
Huh.
long. I don't see any other columnist writing it for such a long time.
Okay. Yeah, that's very appreciable actually. Okay, so we have talked about quiz, cyber crimes, and everything. So I've
Yeah.
seen some pictures of yours where you were walking the ramp. So what was that connection now?
Oh my God. um.
Yeah, there are lots of sides of Nilutpal, huh?
Walking the ramp is yes. I felt really good walking that. This is in fact is the picture.
Okay.
This is a picture. Yeah, this is a serial picture.
Uh-huh.
I was judging Northeast Miss Northeast and Mr.
Okay.
Northeast
Uh-huh.
5 years 2011 till 2015.
Okay.
I was judging
Oh,
it,
that's
and
okay.
um, I don't know exactly, but Mr. Avijit Sinha, who is the mentor and the organizer of this
Mm-hmm.
given. Uh,
Okay.
I he invited me for those 5 years, and later on, due
Mm-hmm.
to paucity of time, I left it. But I
Mm-hmm.
still used to go and judge the beauty pageants, and
Okay.
it really feels good to judge the beauty pageant. It
Mm-hmm.
really feels good. And
Okay,
nothing,
so
no
that's
that such that I have a passion for this. I like judging a present, nothing like that. But
uh-huh.
but it's a good feeling to judge the girls in the ramp. And these days, when girls are more prepared with the beauty with the brain, then that
Yeah,
makes
that's
it more interesting. Yeah.
mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a comment stepping into the shoes of late Dilip Borwa sir as quiz master very successfully. And it's a comment from Aloy Porali.
Yeah, yeah, I know him, Alaida. Good evening. Um, Actually, I'll not say I'm stepping in the shoes of Professor Dilip Kumar Barua,
Mm-hmm.
maybe because of my professional priorities, I could not do it. But I would
Mm-hmm.
say who is more into his shoes, Professor Dilip
Uh-huh.
Kumar Barua. He's no longer with us today. I have learned
Mm-hmm.
lot many quiz and how to conduct a quiz, lot many things, Professor Dilip Kumar Borwa. And I
Okay.
owe my thanks or everything for my quizzing career. I thank him a lot. He's no longer with us.
Mm-hmm.
But stepping into his shoes, I would say
Uh-huh.
Dipankar Kaushik, who has been
Okay.
conducting quiz all over some he works in the learning option these days, and
Mm-hmm.
he has been doing it very more properly than me. Otherwise,
Okay.
quizzing has been question, but due to paucity of time, I am not able to do it.
Okay. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's one more question. Sunumani Borkotoki, she have put up again a question. If the victim is an underprivileged woman, who will they approach first? Maybe she wants to know about how to approach or what are the steps. That kind
I'd
of.
say I'd say I'd say there is no relation between victim and the underprivileged. There is no relation.
Okay.
But yes, whom she should approach, whom she should approach for a cyber crime is the local
Mm-hmm.
police station. The standing order we have from the Assam police. Earlier, it was
Okay.
used to be dealt by the
Mm-hmm.
cybercrime cell in the CID Assam police, but now
Mm-hmm.
she can approach lodging an FIR
Mm-hmm.
in the local police station. But the
Okay.
pathetic condition is that there is not much qualified or trained cyber police
Mm-hmm.
professionals to
Okay.
deal with such kind of crimes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the local police
Uh,
stations, anyone will
mhm.
approach.
Okay. So we'll come up to another question. You wrote a book. So tell us something about that.
What book?
You wrote
What book you
about
know?
cyber crime.
Yeah, I have in fact five books, two books on
Okay.
cybercrime.
Mm-hmm.
One is the edited, and one book is all about cyber privacy. So
Uh-huh.
that was published in Indian Law Institute in New Delhi, and that I
Okay.
wrote when I was still a student. I
Okay.
wrote that cyber privacy and
Mm-hmm.
roadmap towards cybercrime deterrent mechanism. That is another book. Here I
Yeah.
try to bring in
Mm-hmm.
actually what to do when cybercrime takes place. My
Mm-hmm.
other books are on media law regarding the
Mm-hmm.
regulation of the journalists and the media, and
Mm-hmm.
my other book is on human rights,
Okay.
human human rights and challenge and
Mm-hmm.
perspective about human rights. And there are two
Mm-hmm.
other books. Those are my quiz books. I still
Okay.
wish I can write books even now, but professional
Okay.
priorities have changed my
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, as we have to wrap up the interview, in a short time. So, this is the last question for you. So, have
Yeah,
you got into any legal matters
I
where you
myself.
have taken, yeah, where you had have to take any help from other lawyers or anything like that?
In my life, there is no such crime I have done. Or
Mm-hmm.
yes, I can remember one legal matter. I
Okay.
had a cousin who for the case for me. That case
Mm-hmm.
was, but I will not hide any name here. I will not be scared to say so. Present
Okay.
present member of Rajya Sabha,
Okay.
Omar Mia.
Mm-hmm.
I have filed one title suit against him for not paying me for writing
Uh-huh.
a column in his newspaper. The newspaper is
Okay.
called Aji. That case
Okay.
is pending for non-payment. I have not taken
Mm-hmm.
any steps against him so far.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in future I'll. My cousin sister who was handling the case at that point of time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
At the
So, there's
I will not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
there's
You,
a
you,
question. Okay, so there was a question from our audience, Jugala Gopal. What is your opinion on introduction of basic cyber laws in this school curriculum?
yeah. In cyber laws, the school curriculum, yes, maybe cyber law the children can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Since maybe from class 8 standard onwards. Before
Mm-hmm.
that, yes, technical things regarding internet, regarding the computers may be taught to them. Otherwise, school curriculum, yes, from class 8, cyber laws can be brought in. But the students below 8 standard, they can equally be trained. Uh, what is to be touched in a touchscreen mobile, what is not, and how they can be in trouble. That it should be used very carefully. Those things should be taught to them.
Okay.
There
Okay.
can be, in fact, a
Mm-hmm.
chapter. There can be in chapter for that. CBSC course, or
Okay.
maybe there can be a
Mm-hmm.
chapter for that. Or otherwise, also there can be a regular awareness program in various schools by the
Mm-hmm.
law professional or by the cyber technicians. There can be
Mm-hmm.
awareness programs in schools
Okay.
regularly,
Yeah.
maybe once or twice in a year.
Yeah. Actually, that's a very good step you told about. In schools, awareness programs and everything. Okay,
Yeah.
so Nilotpal, as we have come to the end of our interview, so thank you very much for being with us in News Move Chat Trap. It was lovely talking to you. And yes,
Yes.
thank you to all the viewers who have watched all the interviews of News Move Chat Trap and also being with us today. So yeah, so here's Rishi signing off today. We'll be back again with more interesting guests in the upcoming show. So till then, stay tuned with News Move Chat Trap. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dristy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.